Hey guys, how you doing? I've been wanting to do this gentleman for a while. Brodnax. This song is called Wi-Fi. I just went on his page, pulled up, one of the more recent ones that he's done. This was done about 4 months ago. I've been really wanting to get him. There's a couple other ones that I really want to get to. But Brodnax really stood out to me in the reaction that I did with Gorillaz, him and Adam Calhoun. I have some Louisianan friends and Cajuns. They are the salt of the earth. They have a rough exterior, but they have a heart of big hearts, and they would rip the shirt off their back if he was cold. And I just really kind of get that from him, just from that gorilla song, rap, whatever. I really got that from him, that vibe from him. I could be totally off basis here. I don't know where he's going to go with this, but I really have a good feeling about this gentleman. And, I don't know if he refers to himself that way, but I'm trying to be polite here. He might be totally opposite of what I'm thinking, but I can usually kind of pick people out, and it makes me want to react to them a lot more if I can kind of get a feel for who they are inside. I think you guys know that about me by now. I'm not going to pick apart this too much. I just want to hear him, throw some stuff down and hear what he's got to say and enjoy the music. But this is Brodnax Wi-Fi. In the description below will be a link to him. Please check him out. If you like what you hear, give him a like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And for all of Brodnax fans, you haven't seen me before. Sometimes I get kind of deep in the weeds on a lot of these folks. But I do it because I really enjoy the different types of artistry out there. And I think you'll catch that with me if you follow me for a while. And give me a subscribe if you like what you see. But without further ado, Brodnax Wi-Fi, let's go.
Oh shit, Dana on the beat and the buttons. Yeah. Well, I tried my best, y'all. You know I did, y'all. Between me and you, you know it. Now the gorillas out the jungle, you got all your people running, everybody ain't playing online. And when that karma come a knocking and it ain't nobody watching, baby, they gon' disconnect your Wi-Fi. Now the gorillas out the jungle, all your people.
Is he talking about Adam Calhoun and Upchurch? I think he is. I think disconnect your Wi-Fi. I think he's talking about someone. Karma's gonna come for you if you're not careful when no one's looking, and it's gonna take you out. I think that's kind of what he's saying there. I could be wrong, but it does seem like he's talking about Adam Calhoun and Upchurch. I did not expect this, but the beat is fire and the rap is what I was wanting. So I'm going to go back just a little bit. There we go. Right at the beginning here. Let's go.
You know I did, y'all. Between me and you, you know it. Now the gorillas out the jungle, you got all your people running, everybody ain't playing online. And when that karma come a knocking and it ain't nobody watching, baby, they gon' disconnect your Wi-Fi. Now the gorillas out the jungle, all your people running, everybody.
Because he's always online. Doing. It's a double there.
People running, everybody ain't playing online. When that karma come a knocking, ain't nobody watching, baby, they gon' disconnect your Wi-Fi.
Honey hole.
Black pepper, this Tony Satchorella, Louisiana, the Montana, nobody do it better. This that pressure, nothing extra, hard times turn to blessings. I was forged in the fire through trials of adolescence. Ain't no weapon go come against me, promise of my protector. See the lamb turn the lion turned into stepper. Started running like Odell Beckham, but they gon' come and catch you.
Right, you can run like O.D. Beckham, but they can come and catch you. And then he's in a swamp environment, like he's sinking in the mud, and the four-wheeler's coming in the back, like it's plowing through the mud, like you're going through the mud and you're sinking. You following what I'm saying? That is clever, dude.
Weapon gon' come against me, promise of my protector. See the lamb turn the lion turned into stepper. Started running like Odell Beckham, but they gon' come and catch you. You can't claim to be a gangster and can't stand to be corrected.
hold on. He's saying some stuff here. He's saying iron sharpens iron. You know, you got to use each other to test each other, and iron sharpens iron. He's talking about the rap game where you're battling each other. That's a good thing, and you have to kind of test each other. But he's trying to tell him this. I think he's talking about Adam a little bit more in this first part. I'm guessing that the second part's probably going to be more around Upchurch. To me, what I'm seeing here is he is trying to play peacemaker. He starts talking about himself, where he came from, and his thought process on all of this at the beginning. Then he comes in and he's saying, I'm playing the peacemaker, but I want to tell you all, this is how it's meant to be. We got to iron sharpens iron, and we have to test each other. And you can't run from it like O.D. Beckham, because it's going to catch you. You can't run fast enough. You have to compete because iron sharpens iron. That was hard, dude. That was hard. I love this. I love this. Honey hole in the hole. You're sinking in the hole. You
can't call yourself a friend if you never try to test them. Iron sharpen iron is a painful process. I could have carried you when you get tired of bitch, you wouldn't let me. Ever expressly thought that Colonel Tom was really there to help him. Chop the head off these demons scheming that's working for the devil. Should have been greater later if we would have just stuck together.
They're scheming on you.
Versus evil, hoe aside, is you ready? Now the gorillas out the jungle, you got all your people running, everybody ain't playing online. And when that karma come a knocking and it ain't nobody watching, baby, they gon' disconnect your Wi-Fi. Now the gorillas out the jungle, all your people running, everybody ain't playing online.
Basketball, dunking on you, scheming on you. Again, mud bog, you're sinking in the mud. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to keep you from sinking. Dude.
Gorillas out the jungle, all your people running, everybody ain't playing online. When that karma come a knocking, ain't nobody watching, baby, they gon' disconnect your Wi-Fi. Wake up, first thing I think of, that iPhone. Better part of my morning starting harmful, I death scroll. I won't pick up if you call or text me, please leave me up.
See, he's trying to help him out of the water. He says, when I wake up in the morning, I'm doing the death scroll because I'm trying to see if someone, you know what I mean? And I kind of doing that too with all this, with this stuff going back and forth. You kind of wake up in the morning, you kind of see what happened the previous day. And to be frank with you, there was some stuff I saw. I was kind of like, dude, are you serious? Are you freaking serious? I really appreciate this guy's point of view. I'm not taking sides either way. That's kind of how I am. I try to be a peacemaker also. I just find that really suits my personality a little bit more, is if I try not to take sides, even though I might agree with one side over the other. I try not to take sides, but you know, we're human beings and we do get biases sometimes. But this is really clever. Look at this, where they're trying to pull him out of the water, trying to pull him out, out of the sinking ship here, you know, out of the mud bog. This is fire, dude. This is fire.
Morning starting harmful, I death scroll. I won't pick up if you call or text me, please leave me alone, bitch. I am stuck off in the matrix and I do not leave my home. Fiber optic, electronic, robotics replace my bones. Pharmaceutical usuals don't do it, I up the dose. You get close enough to see my flaws, now we don't kick it no more. Now I'm solo by myself, these demons got me seeing ghosts. I let my enemies in my house, I think they trying to cut my throat. I'm in too deep, I'm losing sleep, man, this shit is out of control. Try to
paranoia.
Problems, don't know how to let it go. Need someone to blame for this pain. It's too hard for me to hold. I had some homies try to help me, but I dug a deeper hole. When you surrounded by yes men, you don't know how to handle no. Traded in my true friends for followers on my phone.
Right.
Common denominator.
He's talking about Ryan with the lack of, well, I think we all know what's going on. I don't want to get into the topic, but this is, dude. This is one of my favorite songs on this subject that I have heard.
But I dug a deeper hole. When you surrounded by yes men, you don't know how to handle no.
That's all you got around you.
Friends for followers on my phone. I'm the common denominator with everyone I've known. Now there ain't no voice to holler because everybody's gone. There ain't no voice to holler because everybody's gone. Now the gorillas out the jungle, you got all your people running, everybody ain't playing online. And when that karma come a knocking and it ain't nobody watching, baby, they gon' disconnect your Wi-Fi. Now the gorillas out the jungle, all your people running, everybody ain't playing online. just based on how much love they showed me. And behind the scenes, I saw there was a lot of politics and a lot of division and a lot of shit that the fans didn't see. And it became my mission to try to fix it. I tried to prevent all this. And the people involved know I tried to stop all of this, baby. Powers in numbers. We stick together, we gon' be greater later, baby. Country rap revival, country rap restoration. Ooh.
That was nice. That was nice. I really enjoyed that. That is more than I expected. That is more than I expected. I am definitely going to be reacting to this guy all the time. I don't know. It don't look like he puts out a lot of music all the time. But it's not as rapidly as some of the other artists. But that was high quality. I mean, you might not think it was, but it was. He was very descriptive. The cadence was awesome. The flow was awesome. The beat was awesome. I really understood what he was saying. And he was playing the peacemaker. He was playing the consummate peacemaker, and I dig that, man. I really dig that. That's kind of my life, right? That kind of fits me as a person. I appreciate you guys putting up with me for those few minutes. I won't keep you too much longer, but thank you for that, Brodnax. That was inspiring, brother. I really like the fact that there are people out there who are looking out for both sides, trying to help each other, trying to help them out, kind of find their way. And, you know, I have learned a lot in life about not picking one side or the other, because if you do that, everything usually kind of gets resolved. And then you're standing out there on an island, you know, hating on the other side. And you kind of end up looking like the fool as a reactor, right? You pick one side or the other. So I do have biases because I really, really enjoy Adam Calhoun and some of the other ones that are involved in all of this. I haven't listened to Church too much. I have listened to a couple of his songs. I haven't really reacted to him, but he's a talented artist. I just think maybe there's some things going on in his life that probably I hope he gets resolved. And that's just kind of how I am. Even though people who do things wrong, we're human beings, right? And sometimes a simple apology, I don't know if that can happen now, but it's kind of went too far. But you know, it is what it is. And I'm still going to enjoy the music and enjoy the personalities, because I really dig the personalities. I hope they don't hold that against me for being that way, but that's just who I am, right? I try to be that way in my life. But respect to you all. Peace.